Hello, my name is Karen Ryder. I'm owner and lead trainer of Child Dog Training Services. And in this video we are going to talk about thresholds. All living creatures have thresholds. And what I think of a threshold is kind of a line. Anything below that line is you're relaxed, you're open to learning, you can eat, you can think. If you start to go towards the threshold line, you may look normal to the outside world, but you start looking or feeling a little anxious and a little tight, and you're not quite comfortable with the situation. As you move over the threshold line, depending upon how far over you go, you can get to where you start to panic, and you're in survival mode, and you no longer can think clearly, and you're no longer interested in eating. When this happens, when you go over threshold, this is when your body dumps all sorts of stress hormones into your brain and your brain chemistry changes. So you have cortisol and adrenaline running through your brain, and you can't think, and you're not interested in eating. And at this point, you just want to get out of this situation and get back to where you're more comfortable on the below threshold line. So what will happen is, as your brain chemistry changes, you're unable to think clearly, and what happens a lot of times with our dogs is that when they're uncomfortable with something, we tell them it's okay, or we try to take them closer to the thing that's scaring them. And then what we do is we try to maybe give them a treat and they don't want to eat the treat, or we tell them to sit and they don't want to sit. And it's not because they're not food motivated. It's because at that point they're not interested in your food. They may love the cookie normally, but in that case, they can't eat it. They're not saying no, they're saying I can't. And it's the same way with the complying with the cue to sit or to down in a situation like that. They're not being dominant or stubborn. It's like they can't even think their way through that. So in those sort of situations when your dog is over threshold, you need to move them away and get them out of that situation so they can start recovering. Because what can typically happen, depending upon how far over the dog is threshold, it can take anywhere from 30 minutes to 30 days for the brain chemistry to come back down to normal. So if you have a dog that's experiencing going over threshold multiple times a day, say he's afraid of other dogs or he's afraid of people, and you continually walk him in areas where he's encountering these dogs, he is over threshold constantly, and his brain is never getting a chance to recover. Same thing if you have a dog that likes to sit on the back of the couch and bark at passerbys day in and day out. These dogs never get a chance for their brains to come back down to a new normal, and what will happen is the threshold line is going to drop. And these are the dogs that basically they become very reactive to every little noise. You know, somebody is talking outside, somebody shuts the car door, and they go off into these barking frenzies because the threshold is dropped to a point where now every little thing starts setting them off. So there again, what we're trying to do is we're always trying to keep the dog below threshold so he can actually become more resilient to these things. And we can raise the threshold line so it takes more and more to get the dog to react. So when we're talking about thresholds, this is what we're talking about as far as can we keep the dog in a state of mind where he is open to learning new skills. So thank you for watching this video.